Hey guys, it's Ruben here from BitIT. We're a cybersecurity consulting firm and provider based here in the Seattle area of Washington State. I'm going to be going over something exciting with you guys today. I'm going to be showing you a demo of an actual penetration test, and this is also what an actual hacker attack might look like. Before I go more into this, in my description, I'm going to have a link to a blog post going over some of the definitions that I will go over before I delve into the demo, and a disclaimer just saying that, hey, this isn't meant to be used in any malicious ways. We prohibit that. It's only for information purposes. We're not liable for anything. Just basic legal stuff. All right, let's go into the definition. So what is a penetration test? It's a type of security test where we are testing your IT systems, trying to find vulnerabilities and take advantage of any exploits. We're acting as hackers. Now, right away, it's like, oh, okay, are you going to be doing anything bad? Very rarely, if ever anything bad does happen. Usually these type of tests are conducted by professionals with certifications, experience, and they know what they're doing. They know the kind of damage that hacks can do. This is just meant to find certain vulnerabilities and take advantage of them, just to show any holes you might have, any security areas you may need to spend more time. All right, so someone might ask, well, what's the difference between this and a vulnerability assessment? A vulnerability assessment just assesses your network. So we just run scans, see computers that you might need to update, check how your processes are. Okay, you guys might need to lock your machines after a certain amount of time because someone could take advantage of that. While a penetration test actually, it finds those vulnerabilities, it takes advantage of them. What existed before this is called red teams, and Wikipedia has a great definition. I'm just going to say it right now. A red team is an independent group that challenges an organization to improve its effectiveness by assuming an adversarial role or point of view. It is particularly effective in organizations with strong cultures and fixed ways of approaching problems. And that applies pretty well to the type of ways that businesses run, right? IT departments run, so it's great to run these kind of things. Lots of benefits here. If you guys are just doing this yourselves, there might be some conscious or subconscious bias. You might be blindsided in certain areas. So this is the advantage of having a third party do this, is they can find certain areas you may be missing, certain areas you may need to devote more time to. So highly recommended by lots of industry experts, and the military continuously does this, and lots of enterprise organizations like Microsoft. Now I'm going to give you another example to kind of help you see what this might look like. So take for example Fred Meyer Safeway. They've got their loss prevention staff, and what do loss prevention staff do? They just make sure stuff doesn't get shoplifted, make sure the cameras are monitoring certain areas. So in order to run a red team test, a group, or it could be one person, does this type of a test. So they pretend to be a shoplifter and shoplift certain items and assess the area, right? So while they're running this test, they're looking to see, okay, there isn't a camera here. Okay, let me see if I can get away with shoplifting in that area. And once the test is done, a report is generated. This report goes over what they found, what they took advantage of, right? What did they exploit? Okay, there wasn't a camera there and they were able to get away with certain items. Okay, how did the staff react? That will be in the report. And then the report, there's a meeting, people go over the report. The manager of the loss prevention staff and the loss prevention staff themselves are like, okay, yeah, we missed this, we may need to improve here ourselves, because there's the vulnerability. Okay, add a camera there, but if your staff, how do they act? Okay, maybe they need to improve there. Now moving on from here, we've got the internal versus external assessment, right? So internal, it's basically like an insider, can be a malicious insider. Your accountant decides to go rogue, or could be a vendor, for example. What can they do? What can they get away with? Could be also just a well-meaning employee that just gains access to sensitive information. So let's say your accountant, well-meaning person, how far can they go. So you just create a user like them for us. We pretend to be this user. We may even like be fake employees for a day or two, right? Just assess how what can we get away with, and then afterwards we present our report, and then we also talk with you guys and go, okay, oh, so we were able to get away with these kinds of files. Did you guys notice that? It's like, no. It's like, oh, okay, maybe if you guys are really concerned about that, maybe we may need to do something. There's some CEOs where they're like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, sure, the accountant took certain files like payables, but I mean, I'm cool with that. Some might not be cool. They'll be like, oh, okay, we need something in place to be able to, monitor and let us know if someone's taking these files home or something. This is sensitive data, right? External is like an outside attacker, could be an outside attacker targeting you guys from the public. Right, so with the boxes, right? We got our white box. It's where we know everything about the network, pretty much. Let us know about how your network's laid out. You might even give us certain credentials. Usually this is used for role-based playing. We might, might tell us about the network, and we'll be like, okay, what if we're this type of user? Okay, here's what we may be able to do. And we can give proof of concepts. With the black box, we don't know anything. Limitations are set, for example, or in objectives. For example, we want you to guys gain access to only this web server, and that's it, or get us the password of this user, and that's it. A gray box is a mixture of both, right? For example, you may let us know, for example, that you want us to gain access to that user, and then you would let us know, now here's a better one. You let us know credentials of a standard user, okay, and of the IP address that you want us to use. It's like, okay, so there we go, gray box. And then you let us know that there's maybe 5 computers. Okay, so that's a gray box. You don't let us know everything, but you let us know some. You even give us a username, a password to use. And the objective might be to gain more higher credentials. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and go into this demo for you guys. So in this scenario right here, one of the first stages of an attack is you're going to do reconnaissance. So we've already done reconnaissance here, and we found out that the accountant here in this computer, Carlene, she is working with Kevin. He's a vendor of theirs, and we're here pretending to be Kevin. So we've gotten through the spam, okay, and there's really high spam filters here. We were able to get through that by just having a regular email. We've got a Word document here, so executable files are blocked in this organization, so they've got it locked down pretty secure, right? IT's got this email locked down pretty secure, but I mean, Word documents need to be allowed, right? So we make this urgent. Social engineer, you want to make it urgent. You're taking advantage of the trust between the users. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open this file. So she goes ahead and saves it. And on my attacker machine, I'm like, okay, cool. Now we got to set up a listener to be listening for any connections back from the malicious code that's in this Word document, and other documents can have malicious code in them too. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys Malwarebytes. Everything's great. Nothing's been picked up. No detections. These detections are from a scan way earlier, same as the real-time ones. This is a test machine here, but everything's set up really well. We've got Kaspersky here, no alerts, everything's fine. And what else did I want to show? Yep, this is a temp user. So the user's locked down pretty tight. So we go ahead and open this file. No prompts, nothing. Okay, everything's fine. It's like, okay, no prompts whatsoever. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit slow, but she's like, okay, interesting. Okay, so we now have a session open up. Okay, get our user ID. Oh, it's temp. Ooh, okay. Users temp. Now I'm actually, malicious code is connected back to our attacker machine, and now I'm able to do lots of stuff. Right now I'm going to be uploading certain files to further this attack. So I'm going to upload that CD into, and what I'm doing is I'm navigating into certain areas so I can start taking advantage. So I can do a lot of things here, and our objective here is to gain system and also domain admin credentials. Okay, so we've got our files uploaded. Now we just got to start doing some more things right here. So Carlene here, she's like, okay, you know, interesting. I'm going over this. And then she's also the accountant. So she's got a credit card processing right here, authorized.net. Supposedly they're merchant here. And just going over it again, nothing pointing up here. They've got it locked down pretty tight. You know, most people think that, you know, just IT staff's good enough. It's like, no, you also need to test your security, right? Because most organizations that we've come across, small businesses, that is, they've got antivirus, and I think that's all. And no, you need more than that. You know, you also need to have stuff that monitors your network. So these security tests are good, right? We're finding out that, oh, okay, there's stuff that can get through their antivirus. Okay, we need more of a layer, because when it comes to security, you want to have a layered defense, right? So our attacker here is, okay, let's go into here. Right. Okay. So a file just popped up on her computer. Oh no, Flash player update. Oh, okay, that's not good, right? All right, as the attacker, we know that she's probably got this opened up. So I'm going to go into PS, Chrome, and 6580. Oh, okay. Huh. Yes. Oh no, it just closed. She's like, okay, what's going on? Some program just got closed. Oh, this is weird, okay. Really weird, okay. And now one of these, we also uploaded a script that throws up this error message, right? Uh-oh. Fatal error, browser's closing, please update Flash player fatal error. Oh no. Okay, so she might be like, okay, I'm gonna open it up again. So we're just monitoring just to see. We're like, okay, well, you can try opening it up again. 6248. Every time she opens it, okay, weird. Huh. She's like, okay, this is really weird. Okay. You know, we just keep closing. We can even have a continuous script just running. She's like, okay, something weird is just going on with my computer, right? She's like, what is going on? Stuff is just like, got all this stuff just not working. What's going on? You just really weird stuff. Just, she's confused now. She's like, okay, oh no, it closed again. Okay. She's just like confused now, but she knows there's a Flash player error, so she's most likely going to call IT now, and they're going to have to get onto this machine, right? So she calls the IT department, and the problem with the IT department is they've got their tech support staff with domain admin credentials. Okay, so she's calling them, and they're going to be connecting to this machine. So find that out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and background this. So time for me to background this, and I'm going to set my listening port to a different port. All right, now I'm listening for a different connection. This one is going to be the connection where we've gained more administrator connections. So she calls IT, and they're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So okay, you know, we'll go ahead and run this Flash player update. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Adobe. Okay, makes sense. It's Adobe Flash Player Update. Okay, this makes sense. Okay, been installed, and then for some reason it's gonna crash. It's like, ooh, okay, that's weird. A session just opened. Okay, ooh, okay. So now I'm gonna have to gain access real quick. So we get system. We're like, okay, let's go in more. Let's see. 692, migrate 692. All right, cool. So they're really confused what's going on. I've just migrated to a different process. This is just to hide my tracks. So now I'm gonna go into users, temp, downloads, and I'm gonna start deleting everything in here. So remove MSI agenda, MSI, remove info.vbs, remove info.html, remove info, remove car.zip, remove car. It's like, okay, fine. And she's like, he's like, okay, maybe it was in the downloads. He goes into here, he's like, okay, that's weird. I don't see that executable here. Yeah, let's go ahead and just go into Adobe and download. Okay, so IT's just unaware of what's going on. They're like, okay, you know, we're gonna go get adobe.com flash player. Okay, so they're just gonna be like, okay, you know, let's go ahead and do this for you guys. They're like, okay, it's fine, you know, IT's already aware of this. Like, okay, let's go ahead and install this for you. And I'm gonna start getting rid of certain processes, right? So for example, I'm gonna do PS and C, okay. Chrome. As a hacker, I'm like, oh, okay, that's one of those malicious executable files that I had launched. Let me go ahead and kill that, 37. All right. So listing more here, okay. Anything in here, okay. One login. Okay, nothing malicious here. Okay, cool. Now we go ahead and start a keyboard listener. Okay, we're dumping everything in here now. So they start this file. Okay, we're gonna have let's call this domain, and they put in their admin credentials, right? Admin Ralph. Okay, he puts in his password. It doesn't matter if it's a secure password or not. We're actually locking what they're typing on the keyboard. And let's go ahead and dump that. Oh my, I just got their username and password, right? So they are unaware of what's going on, right? They might get an error. This isn't a real user I put in, but I mean, whatever, I'm gonna put in a real one. And again, the passwords outputted to us. They're running this file. Malwarebytes isn't throwing anything up. Okay, I go back to Kaspersky. Nothing, same thing, just saying, oh, you need this update here. No prompts whatsoever. I've gotten past the antivirus. I've now got the domain admin credentials. This means that I own the network. From now on, the next stage, if there was another objective, was to just continue gaining more access. Maybe pull all the password hashes from the domain controller and then crack all those passwords, see if we can crack them, you know, see if there's any easy to guess passwords. This objective was just to gain domain admin credentials, and IT's unaware of what's happened, okay? They're just thinking, okay, she was trying to open up authorize.net, she's got Adobe. It's like, okay, and they're like, okay, you know, let's go ahead and open up that. Cool. And then maybe they're going to look through their history. Okay, while they're doing this, we've got time right now. We can wipe the history on here. Okay, they won't even, and we can wipe certain things, right? For example, let's wipe that certain website, the fake one that I pulled up with the Flash player. Get rid of that. Anyway, we're good to go. They're like, okay, cool, you know. She's like, thank you, and then she disconnects. It's like, okay, cool. And now the objective has been completed. This example, I just want to end off by pointing out that thinking that only your antivirus is good enough, it's not. Only having antivirus is not enough. Okay, there's lots of different ways to get past your IT security, and this is why it's good to always do a security penetration test. What have we found out here? That, okay, We need to look more to our antivirus. Okay, maybe we're missing some settings, but I mean, this is the default. I just got past it. So what you would need, since this is a very crazy type of malware that we executed, what's going to be needed is a network monitor. So for example, an intrusion protection or intrusion detection system. That would have been very helpful here. So I'm also going to check in Process Explorer. Usually most IT personnel, and same goes with other types of people in different roles such as system administrators, they'll use Process Explorer to see if there's any malicious executable files. Since during this attack I had deleted those executable files because I had migrated to a different, actually regular, or not regular, but a good executable file, which was the Win login service, which allowed me to actually dump the password of the user logging in. So in there, it's not showing anything wrong, and there's no way to tell. I'm actually very deep inside of this computer now, and it's going to be very hard to find out. I just want to end off by pointing out that if you need any type of services, feel free to reach out to BitIT. We're located at down here in Seattle, and our website is bitsec.co. Have a good day. Bye.